Sir, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum.
Sir, today we will discuss with you your experiences as a student at the Command and Staff College, Quetta in 1968. So, can you tell us first about the selection procedure at that time, how officers were selected for the course?
The selection procedure was there was an entrance exam in which there was a paper of military history, and based on that paper of military history and probably some other considerations, students were selected.
So, sir, when you appeared in the exam, what was the campaign of military history for which you were, tested?
The campaign was the Burma campaign of Field Marshal Slim. The main questions were on that.
Sir, how was the experience of the staff college when you landed and your net sum of experiences? How would you sum them up now after, it's now almost 55 years that you attended staff college in 1968?
Well, I went to staff college. We traveled from Karachi to Quetta by car and arrived there in the evening, and we were shown our accommodation, and there was a good arrangement. We were accommodated there. Later on, my family joined after a month. I was living in a place called Sea View. Earlier, there was no such thing as Sea View, there were all stones around it. But they called it Sea View. And the course was for 1 year. There were 4 terms. Each term were about 2 months. And before the course started, there was a short term of science also, which we attended in the EME Center. And then there were 4 terms. First term, my DS was Colonel Anwarullah. Second term was Colonel Rahim of Punjab Regiment. Third was Colonel Mateen of Artillery, who later on became General. And the final term was Brigadier Malik from Armored Corps, who was injured in 65 war.
Muzaffar Malik.
Muzaffar Malik. He was my...
But you mentioned Colonel Chishti also because he marked one of your eyes.
Colonel Chishti was also an instructor there. Afwc. I was never impressed by him.
So how would you sum up your instructors individually, separately?
I think Anwarullah was a very good instructor. There were other instructors like Abdullah Said, but I was never in his course, in his term. And there was one Baluch named Manzoor, who was not a good instructor, a hopeless chap. And there was another officer from East Bengal Regiment, I don't know his name exactly now, who later on became Lieutenant General and Governor of Balochistan.
Lodi.
Lodi was just so-so. And our chief instructor was from artillery. He never gave any lecture or anything like that. He also became general and commanded 17th Division in East Pakistan.
This should be this Ansari.
No, not Ansari. He's from, he wrote a book also.
Kamal Mateen wrote a book.
No. This chap was from
Shaukat Raza.
Shaukat Raza.
He commanded 9th Division. But he never gave any lecture.
No, he never gave a lecture. He was supposed to be chief instructor.
And Brigadier Marulak was this brigade commander who commanded in this desert sector in 71 war.
Later on he became brigade commander.
And Manzoor was the man who was brigade commander in East Pakistan, and I think much criticized because he left his operational area and came to 16 division from 9 division.
There was a massacre in this area also in Bangladesh.
But he was much criticized by various officers and of course by Siddiq Saleh, who wrote a book also, Witness to Surrender.
Anyhow, I heard about him in East Pakistan because he was not in our area. He was in south of us.
And how would you sum up Kamal Mateen as an instructor?
Kamal Mateen was a sort of very keen sort of man. Nice man, but nothing much to write about.
And the other instructor from artillery?
I don't know whether there was SI also from artillery. But I don't know much about them.
How would you sum up the usefulness of Staff College as a course? Because then you served as a G2 Ops also and G1 also. And how would you sum it up? How would you grade it as a useful or a good course in the formation of an officer, in the education of an officer?
No, for becoming a staff officer, for knowing the procedures of the army and other things, Staff College was a very good institution because they taught about army, staff duties, appreciation, orders. I mean, it was very complete sort of training for staff officers. I can't say much about command, but for staff officers, it was a very good course.
And anything about your contemporaries and officers who attended the course with you? Any, any memories, and I'd like to say anything?
My best friend was Bal Badai, who became left brigadier. He was from SSG. We were very close friends. Unfortunately, he was not promoted major, although he was a very good officer. He had all kind of appointments. He was a commando. He was G1 in Ammo Directorate. He was chief of staff. He did National Defense Corps, everything. And he was a very committed man. He commanded parade also in the Republic Day in Pindi. But I don't know why General Zia was against him. And he was one of my good friends. And there was Jawad, who was from Sandhurst and an excellent officer, very devoted to army. Unfortunately, he was also not promoted. Then there was Zafar Rabi, he was a very nice fellow. He went to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And Wahid Rashad Ghazial, he was with me in the same syndicate. He was a good officer. He became, I think, Major General. And I think overall, only 5 or 6 officers made the general. There was an EMU officer who became Major General.
Uttara?
No. He was also chairman of steel mill.
Sabi Khamruzman.
Sabi Khamruzman, a very good officer. And there was a very good officer from SSG, Durrani. Unfortunately, died in an accident, but he was a very good officer.
One of the outstanding officers.
Very outstanding officer.
Who thrashed?
I don't know.
Anyhow.
And there was another officer who also died.
Dilshad Hakim.
Not that Shah Hakim, he was a Punjab regiment. Janjua.
Rashid Janjua.
No. He was my younger brother's class fellow in
Yes, I know. Nasser Nawaz.
Nasser Nawaz.
Yes.
Nasser Nawaz was a very good officer, but unfortunately he also died. Then officer was quite good.
How would you compare, although we will have a separate interview regarding this, how would you compare the staff college with the war course which you attended in 1974?
They're quite different courses.
But how would you grade war course in the career building and the formation of an officer?
It's a good course.
No, but how was your experience there, and how would you define the environment and the your impressions about the instructors and the course and its
Course was very well designed and everything, but I don't have much to say about instructors. General Raimuddin was chief instructor, and I have no very high opinion about him.
very controversial? He never joined his brigade in 71 war.
Although I don't think how he reached the appointment of chief instructor, I don't think he deserved it. Then there were other instructors. I was not impressed by the instructors in war course at all. In staff college, there were much better instructors.
And any contemporaries who attended the war course with you? Any memories?
My best memory is of Rufi Alam, who was in war course, the Khurshid Ali Khan, Zahid Ali Akbar, and there were infantry officers.
Salahuddin Rana.
Salahuddin Rana, he was a nice man. And Mustafa Anwar Hussain was Senator's Commission.
Very dashing, you know.
Dashing with the good officers. Although Raimuddin always never said good thing about his officers.
And who was the commandant?
Commander was General Rahim Khan, who was who later became CGS. Commander hardly came to any class.
And General Aslam Beg also, I think, joined towards the end.
General Aslam Beg was chief instructor for 6 months when I was there. Aslam Beg is much, he was very professional. And I think much better than Raimuddin, far, far better than Raimuddin. Aslam Beg had a good career, he was a commando.
And I think you had very close association with him right from the beginning.
I knew him for a long time. When I was G2 operation, when I was in Lahore, I was adjutant 4 battalion. Then Aslam Beg, who had done staff college at a very young age, he was captain and he was G3 here, but he went to Comilla as BM of Quetta. Quetta was commander in Comilla and he went there. Then Aslam Beg, I met him in Quetta when he was commanding
RNS battalion.
RNS battalion. And that battalion was rated the best battalion in the division. I met him many times later on. He was a good friend and I think a very good officer. When the aircraft was blown up, Aslam Beg, instead of taking over, started the civil government. He could have declared martial law, but he didn't do any such thing.
Sir, thank you very much for the time, and we will have more podcasts, and much grateful.